Okay, I've had a request to work on lower back tonight, so hopefully this will help. Again, if there are anyone's got any injuries or anything they want to work on particular, always ask me, because again, I always have my favourites, hips and hamstrings on my back, so I'll always go with that as my default, because for me that's the thing that's always stiff. So I'll always do that, but if there are things, that's fine. Again, with all these positions, I've kind of show you levels, so if there is a level that's too great for you or causing aggravation in whatever muscle, just back off. So what we're going to do to start off with, we're going to leave feet together, and we're going to try and do a chair pose, so we're going to do it a number of different ways. The first way is when you have your feet together, you sit down as low as you can, keeping your heels on the floor. So we're just going to do 10 of those. 1, 2. Feel your calves engaging. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And when we get to the bottom, we're going to hold there, and you're going to take your one elbow on the outside of your knee and twist. And just take 3 deep breaths. And then switch sides. Okay, stand up. Now for most of you probably didn't feel anything before. We're going to make one little adjustment, and it's going to, you're going to feel it in your back a lot more. So basically, your hands are down here to begin with. You can have the hands forward, or we're going to have our hands all the way up here. Now having your hands here with your palms facing each other is going to engage your lower back a lot more. So if it hurts you, just bring the angle of your hands down. Does that make sense? Okay, so try and keep them up, and then bend your knees. And then stand. Feel your lower back work now. So really reach through your fingers. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At the bottom now, take your fingertips forward and then tip all the way to the floor. Now, I want you to straighten your legs as much as you can, but don't let your palms leave the floor. We're going to walk our hands over to the right and then walk your hands over to the left. Okay? And go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then roll up. Give your legs a little shake. So we're going to do my lower back core warm-up. Okay? Again, it's got levels, so when it gets too extreme for you, just back off accordingly. Okay? So if you've got your yoga blocks ready, you're going to use them soon. Okay? So the first one to strengthen the back is bridge pose. So actually, what we're going to do, if you've got a yoga block now, you're going to take that yoga block and put it underneath your, it's called a sacrum, so it's basically where your back meets your hips. Okay? Now from here, I just want you to breathe and relax, and it's called supported bridge pose. It's a nice, relaxing, different way of doing the pose. And what I want you to do is take your right leg all the way forward and feel slightly in your hip flexor. Okay, so just breathe And then bring that leg back in. And then walk your leg forward. And if it feels all right in the yoga box, feel steady, but you're not going to fall, walk both forward. Bring the leg back in. Now we're going to take one leg up. Just get that balance at the tabletop. Change and bring the other leg up. Now, walk that heel out again, and only if you feel secure in the yoga block, because I know sometimes they're unsteady. Lift the other leg up and feel your hip flexor engage. Try and let that leg go, but don't let your hips twist. Bring the leg down, switch the leg slowly so you don't lose your balance. Okay, relax. So absolutely, if you've got a really bad back, that's a good way of supporting your back fully while still giving it a bit of a workout. Now we're going to do active bridge. So bring your heels real close to your hips, knees in line with your shoulders. And what I like to do is sort of bring my hands together at the top. And as they lift up, bring my hands together underneath, clasp hands, okay? So we're going to do 10 of those. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for this next exercise, you don't need yoga blocks at all. I'm just using it to show different levels. So if your hamstring isn't very strong, or your lower back isn't very strong, my advice would be not use yoga blocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have one foot on the yoga block. So it doesn't have to be on 2 blocks, it could be on 1 block or it could be on the floor, and have your other leg up to the ceiling. And you're going to do a one-legged bridge. Again, you don't need the blocks to do this exercise, just to make it a little bit more difficult. But it's going to start warming up the back of the hamstring and build the muscles there, okay? You're going to do 10 on one side. Feel free to modify as you need to. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. So start. So nice position. Finally, your hips turn up. And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, getting on to the more extreme levels now. So if you find that difficult, or you've got a bad back, stick with that. Okay. So from here, when your palms are back, your fingers can be facing away or to the back, whichever's comfortable for you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a straight leg bridge for a lift and drop. Okay. So let's go to that. Ready? 1. Also open up your chest now as well. 2, 3. Don't forget to breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now, there is more levels than that, but we're just warming up. Maybe we'll come back to those at the end of the class. Okay, so we're going to go into the yoga section now. And I'm a big fan of the standing poses of yoga, but there's a lot of seated and kneeling poses. And these are like the down dogs, the cat cows, things like that. So we're going to explore yoga now in these positions. And again, if you like any of these positions, please tell me and we'll do more of it in the practice, okay? So again, first is the cat cow. So we're just going to do 10 of these. As you breathe in, arch your spine and look up. As you breathe out, go round and look to your chest, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to show you a little variation where as you round, you go back and sit into your heels, and as you breathe in, you kind of come forward. So you make a little round little circle going forward and back. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's a good one. So drop your hips now and take your hands as far forward as possible. Now bring your elbows back into what's called Sphinx pose. So try not to let your head dip into your shoulders. Try and breathe out with your shoulders and bring your elbows in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a very simple exercise where I look over the shoulder and just bend this leg. Look over the other shoulder, bend this leg. Very simple exercise, but just again, it's a low level lower back exercise. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now bring your hands back to your ribs, and from here I want you to push into your hands and lift. Now take away your hands just 1 inch above and hold for 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Push back into child's pose. So sit on your heels and bring your hands forward. And come forward. This time, drop your hips. And this is sort of an elevated version of Sphinx pose. So now your hands forward in active cobra. Now this might be a little bit more difficult for you. Look over the shoulder and bend the leg. You feel more in your lower back and hopefully your hamstring and quadricep. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From that, this time, walk your hands forward and have your thumbs facing the ceiling. Now it's up to you, optional whether you want to lift your legs or not. But now we're going to lift the hands and the legs for 10 seconds, okay? So lift, ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This time you're going to go back into what's called a wide knee child's pose. So walk your knees out as far as you can, keeping your toes together and push back. Okay. We're going to come forward this time, and we're going to come into full up dog, sorry. So lift up, and the difference between cobra and up dog is my hips are no longer on the floor. Now all we're going to do this time is not lift our leg, but twist onto our hip, or one way and the others you kind of roll onto your hip. Okay? Good, and go. Once you feel free to roll over your feet as well. 2, but feel it in your lower back working. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come down to the floor. This time we're going to do what's called a cactus pose. So you're going to bring that arm out to the side. Again, option for you to either just lift your hands or lift your hands and legs. So lift up. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax. This time I'm going to go back and do an active child's pose, which means I'm on the balls of my feet, sitting on my heels. So if this causes you pain, don't do it, okay? And then I'm going to go forward again into an active child's pose. Okay, now we're going to do a little bit of work now where we go from up dog to down dog. So I'll show you 2 ways of doing this. The one way will be you go into a down dog first. You'll roll over the toes straight into the down dog. The other way will be as you go from your down dog, you do a full push up. So I'm rolling over my toes, push up dog. It's up to you whether you want to do the push up or not. Okay, but we're just going to do 10 of them. Optional push up. So starting your down dog, push back, heels to the floor, and coming forward. So optional push up here into up dog. 1. Go back, straight into down dog, roll over your toes. And 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Almost there, almost done. 9. One more. And 10. Okay, this next pose, I'm going to show you 2 variations. One is you just reach back with your arms and bend your legs. The other one is you reach back for your legs. So if I show you now, so I can either just reach back for my legs and lift, or if you can grab onto your legs, lift and hold the bow pose, okay? So we lift up for 10 seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and lift. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now we're going to do another variation of child's pose called puppy pose. So all the other poses have been on this one on the balls of your feet, and the child's pose, your hips go back. Keep your hips now over your knees and walk your hands forward and try and get your head to the floor. Feel free to stay there or bend your elbows and make a prayer above your head to get a nice little lat and tricep stretch. So the last one of this routine, we're going to do like a little workout for your lower back. So it's kind of like swimming. So if I show you the motion, your hands are forward, they go up to cactus and go back. Now if you want to sweep them back around like that, that's fine. The hard bit is when you take your hands back, you've got to bring them up through the middle without your arms touching the floor. So I'll just show you from the front so you can see. So optional to have your legs up or not, arms are forward, out in the cactus, take them back, then bring your arms forward like that. If that causes your back too much pain, just do the first 3, okay? But it's a real lower back workout now, okay? All right, so let's have a go. Ready, forward, breathe in, Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Back. Through. 3. Cactus. Back. Through. And 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. So that's a bit of yoga back work. Okay. Floor work now. What I thought we'd do is we'd use the wall. Okay. So again, if you want to take your mat to the wall, I'm just going to go over here. I'm just going to move the camera slightly so everyone can see me. But when you have a bad back, you know, sitting up straight might be difficult, but lying on your back is a lot easier. So I'm just going to tilt the camera here so you can see my back. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. A lot of these stretches we've done before, but just if you can't hear or see me, just tell me and I'll let you know. So what I'm doing is I'm scooting my hips as close to the wall as possible. So I'm sitting side on, so I'm sort of sat side on here. Now I'm going to rotate my body so my legs come up and my hips are as close to the wall as possible. Okay? So this is a very nice way to stretch, especially when we're injured or we're tired at the end of the day. So this is a good stretch. So to start with, all we're going to do is point and flex our toes 10 times. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to let our legs drop out to the side, and the first time we're just going to hold for 1 second, and then bring them back in. Round 2, we're going to hold them out. 1, 2, and bring them back in. Hold them out again. 1, 2, 3. Use your muscles to bring them back in, and then slide out straight away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back in. And for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Widest one now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. To counter that stretch now, we're going to do a butterfly stretch against the wall. So this time, you can either stay there or use your hands to push your legs closer to the wall. So I'm going to come in and then push against them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this is a nice combo hip and lower back stretch. You're going to cross your leg over and figure 4 lock. Your foot might be a little bit higher on the wall. That's okay. Just going to stay here for 3 breaths. Now, using your hands, push your top knee away from you. And breathe in for 3. Now, whichever foot is against the wall, you're going to walk that foot to the outside of your body. So the top foot, the sole of the foot comes to the floor. And use your arms to keep your shoulders attached to the floor. And then look over the opposite shoulder to get a nice little back and hip stretch. Good, come out and switch sides. So put both feet on the wall, cross it over, and just relax. Take both hands to the top knee, push it away from you. And then walk that foot to the outside of your body so you get all the way to the floor. Put your arms up like a T, keep your shoulders bent, and twist. Okay, great. So they are all nice and relaxing stretches. You can also do that bridge pose that we were doing earlier against the wall. So if you've got a sore neck, don't do this, but this is one way to increase the flexibility in your neck and upper back. So come up all the way onto your neck, pushing your hips forward and down. Okay, so you're just going to do 10 of these, okay? 1, 2. As you roll up and down, feel every vertebrae in your back making connection with the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, roll up. Now I'm really good. While we were doing the home stretch, and there was a great back stretch I had that I forgot to do, but I have to make a video about it. So yeah, there's some great wall stretches to help you out with that sort of stuff. So we're going to go back to the leg conditioning now, but work on the back.
And this is a stupid question, Sam, but we changed the lights.
Yeah, that light's changed.
What's that, sorry?
We got a light in there now.
Yeah, I'm really sensitive to light, and I just noticed that.
No, it's a bit brighter than we thought. Basically, we went to change the bulb, and the motor had gone. So instead of changing the motor on one of these, it was cheaper to get a brand new one. We had no idea it would be so bright. You can buy shades for them.
Because they make the lights make me really dizzy. I can pass out sometimes.
Okay, well,
my mum was like, when she was pregnant one day, I had real trouble with lights.
No, it's okay. I think we'll get a shade for it because it is a bit too bright. But we just put it in over the lockdown, so we were just like, yay, light. Okay, so we're going back to that leg conditioning we were doing earlier. We're just going to do a couple of these because they are quite extreme. But we're going to mix it in with some core work as well, because I feel with the lower back and back in general, it can be a weakness in the core. Okay, so again, we'll test it, but then we'll strengthen it. Okay, if that makes sense. So the first exercise, and again, I'm going to give you 2 options here. Option 1, to make it a little bit easier, is to come up into a tabletop position. That is the easier version. The harder version is to have your legs out straight. The thing I like about the legs out straight version is you're also building muscles in your hamstrings, which for us as martial artists is like an even muscle. Okay, so feel free to come up in tabletop or reverse plank. And what we're going to do is you're going to bring one knee in 10 times, okay? If you can't do the full 10, just rest, okay? And keep those hips up. Ready? 1. Once you start, don't put the one leg down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And just drop your hips for a second and just fold towards his leg and just stretch your back out slightly. Good. Come up. I don't know which leg I did now. Up and lift the other leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, come down. So the first one in the down dog now, not down dog, low plank, is going to be low plank to down dog on your forearms, which is called dolphin pose. Okay, so the idea is I'm in my low plank, I've got my feet back here, and I walk my feet in, and then I walk my feet out. Okay, if this is too extreme for you, go onto your hands to a high plank. Okay, because this is quite tough, but it's going to really strengthen the back of your body. Okay, so in your low plank, you walk your feet forward and hand back. 1. Walk them in. Hand back. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. 8. 9. And 10. Now this would be a time you do that child's pose again, because you really work the back. Okay, coming up. The next one in either reverse plank or tabletop is like we did earlier with the down dog, but now in this position. So I'll show you 2 versions. You can either be up, lift one leg, tap your hip to the floor and up, or legs out straight. Okay, obviously the legs out straight is tougher. Okay, so do as many as you can. If you can't do 10, that's totally fine. This is super tough now. Just showing you like the different exercises, how to strengthen all the back of your body. Okay, so lift up, one leg up, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, breathe. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just fall forward for a second. Release your legs. Release the tension. And then remember which leg you did. I want to do the same leg twice. Okay. Lift up. Lift one leg. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now again, this next exercise, if the last exercise was really tough for you, you can do this in high plank. What we're going to do is we're going to be in dolphin pose and lift one leg. So let me show you. Very similar to the exercise, it's just facing the other way. So I'm in my dolphin pose. I lift one leg, tap it down, and lift it up. If you start to feel cramp in your standing leg, just stop. Okay, this is very common. Okay, let's give it a go. 10 on one side, 10 on the other side. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change legs. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Come back into any child's pose that you like. Come here. Okay, guys, we're going to do something a little bit different for the next 5 minutes. Over the lockdown, Andrea said we'd quite like to do a headstand, yeah? So one of the things we can do now that are on mats and we've got the walls is we can start working on inversions. If you don't like the inversions, that's totally fine. What I would say is just do one of the wall exercises we did earlier, or these dolphin poses to become stronger upside down. So why I wanted to show you those today earlier is because if you don't like the inversion stuff or you're injured and things like that, that's fine. What I'm going to show you today is preparation for crow pose, which is a pose that took me 7 years to get. And now that I understand it, I'm like, right, well, I'll help people out because it took me such a long time. Okay, so stand up. And we're going to do some yoga pose malasana to open up. So the first thing I would say you need to be able to do is you need to be able to sit down in a full yoga pose. So if you're like, what do I need to do to get the crow pose? This is good, but it also strengthens your lower back and your hips around here, okay? So just sit down as low as you can here. Now for the day, we're only going to do 5. So better bring your legs in slightly more and then turn your feet out. That's it, at angles here. That's it, good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to sit in this pose for 10 seconds. Now that's the first bit. Now take your hands forward, plant your hands on the floor, and put this crease of your knee into your elbow. You're just going to rock forward and back. Now, if you feel okay with it, you rock forward and slightly bring one foot off the floor and back. This time I'm going to rock forward and take the other foot off the floor. And this time, only if you feel comfortable, rock forward and take both toes off the floor and back. Well done, Anders. Walk forward and just rest. No, that's not crow pose, but that's the beginning of it. Okay? So that's a good exercise you can do. We'll try and hold for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay? So that's one inversion. If you like them, I'll show you some more. Again, it's something that I'm learning about, and I'm learning that being stronger and more flexible in my shoulders is very good, because again, it's forcing me to make sure my back's strong, my core strong. It's forcing me to do a lot of things like that. Okay, we're going to do some back releases now to finish off the class. So lie on your back. And again, I should be doing more of these kinds of stretches. So the first one is to have your feet quite wide and let your knees come in together. Okay, now from here we're going to take 3 breaths. As you breathe in, I want you to arch your spine so there's room underneath your back. And as you finish, breathe out, tip your spine. And then in and out. In and out. Bring your legs out as wide as they'll go. Walk your feet one more foot out wide apart, and then try and bring your knees together again. There should be a strain sensation in the sides of your legs. Okay, and again, breathe out. Breathe in and out. One more time, breathe in and out. Now keep your legs that wide. Take your hands out to the side like a cactus, and then drop your legs from one side to the other, like the windscreen wiper we do in class. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. On that 10th one, hook your bottom foot over your top knee and then look over the other shoulder for 3 deep breaths. And switch sides, drop over to the other side. Take the bottom foot over the top knee, look over the other shoulder, and 3 breaths. Good. So, bring your feet up now for happy baby. And what we're going to do is you're going to bring the feet so that you're pushing the knees into your armpits, and then bring the feet together for butterfly stretch. So we're going to go out, keep tension on the legs, and in. 2. Feel the insides of the legs work as you take them out. 3, 4, 5. Now from our butterfly, we're going to take the legs out as wide as they can. Don't worry if your legs don't straighten. 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now wherever you are, just rock side to side on your back. Now, we go to bend one leg and push the other leg out straight. And then bend the other leg and straighten. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really try to straighten them out now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good, guys. To finish off very finally, we're going to have a little bit of a core fun game. If you can't do this, don't worry about it at all. It takes a lot of balance and core. But this is a test to see if your core and balance are improving while sort of rolling out your back. So hold on to your shins and you're going to roll back and forth. Now watch me first. I'm going to roll up and hold the position for 1 second. And then roll back, and I'm going to hold it for 2 seconds, okay? Let's go for it. So roll forward, hold for 1. Roll back, roll forward, hold for 2. 1, 2. Roll back, ready. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last time. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, just different things. There's going to be some things that we do in these stretching classes that either you don't like or don't do anything for you or too difficult for you. So you need to find the stretches that work for you. Again, I got my favorites, but my favorites might not be your favorites. So you've got to find the ones that work for you. Again, if you feel better after doing them, they're great. But again, just try out the stretches. Don't suddenly go like these stretches are no good because they're just different. Okay? Thanks, guys. Awesome.